Welcome, Woodbury, to your village board meeting on January 23rd, 2025. Will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence for Dr. Martin Luther King, whose words inspired an entire human race to strive for harmony among all people. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may all have a seat. Okay, before we get started with public hearings and everything else we have on the agenda this evening, I will begin by introducing your Village Board of Trustees, starting at the far end with Trustee James Fryban. Next to him is Trustee Matthew Fabro. Next to him is Trustee Susan Ciriello. Next to her is Deputy Mayor Vic Forelli. Next to him is Village Clerk Jessica McLennan, and I am your Mayor, Andrew Giacomazza. We will begin with Introductory Local Law 1 of 2025, Taxation, to amend Chapter 277, Article 8. A public hearing is being held to entertain public comments on Introductory Local Law 1 of 2025, entitled Taxation. The public notice was printed in the Times Herald Record on January 15, 2025. So, Village Treasurer Potvin, will you just, once again, as you did at the last meeting, just explain what we're doing here?
The state legislature had amended the real property law that will now allow individuals who volunteer for fire or ambulance services outside of the municipality in which they reside to be able to be eligible for a reduction on their assessment if said local municipality adopts a local law permitting it. You currently had a local law on your books. It covered some of that wording. These two sections that are proposed tonight did not have that wording covered, so this will do that so that it will enable that to happen. I believe I was speaking with Trustee Forelli and Susan, because I'm not going to say your last name correctly, this afternoon. I think we currently have 3 members of our own fire company who reside outside of Woodbury.
Okay.
One, this guy over here. I don't know how many residents of Woodbury that volunteer outside of Woodbury exists. I wouldn't have any way of knowing that, so I don't know what the fact would be, but I did an example for Trustee Forelli's tax bill that if he were to qualify, he would save about $120 on his taxes.
Okay. Anyone from the board have any questions?
It's on?
Go ahead, Trustee Fryban.
I just had actually 2 questions. The assessment reduction, is that apply to village, town, county, and school,
just
or
village.
just?
This is only going to apply to village.
Just the village.
The other entities would have to adopt a local law or whatever their procedure would be.
And Trustee Fryban, the town actually scheduled their public hearing for their next meeting at their last meeting last Thursday. So they're already on the same course as we are.
It has to be adopted by March 1st, so I assume those that are wanting to take advantage of it are doing so swiftly.
I guess the other question I had was, I'm just trying to make sure that this is for volunteers at another ambulance corps or...
I believe the title of the chapter says volunteer.
Well, it says granted to an enrolled member. If it was a volunteer enrolled member, it would
Yeah,
be...
the actual title of the chapter says
No, I
volunteer
understand.
fire. So if you weren't part of the volunteer fire department or volunteer ambulance corps, you wouldn't be an enrolled. It doesn't say paid on it.
Well, it's not a question of paid. I'm talking about that, in fact, we're only dealing with volunteers here.
That's what the chapter title says, yes.
Anyone else on the board with any questions? Okay.
My questions were answered.
Going out to the public. Anyone in the public wishing to speak? Going once. Going twice. Do I have a motion and a second to close the public hearing?
Motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Now, can I have a motion and a second to adopt Introductory Local Law 1 of 2025 entitled Taxation?
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving right along. You will see on the table in the back our agenda for this evening, so it's time for that special moment in the program, public comment on agenda items only. So if anybody has anything on tonight's agenda they wish to speak on, speak now or forever hold your peace. Once again, I know, it's challenging. Going once, going twice. Okay, administrative business. Can I have a motion and a second to accept receipt of the minutes of the meeting held on January 9th, 2025?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Abstract, amend Abstract 14. Village Clerk Jessica McLennan, will you please read Abstract 14?
Abstract 14, we're going to be voiding voucher 2425-1420 for $5,265 and 2425-1426 for $1,053, amending the total of Abstract 14 to $292,119.10.
Okay, very well read.
Thanks.
That's why she gets paid the big bucks. Can I have a motion and a second to approve Abstract 14 as read?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Village Clerk McLennan, you are up once again.
Abstract 15 contains vouchers 2425-1797 through 2425-1888 and totals $246,719.43.
Okay, thank you once again. Can I have a motion and a second to approve Abstract 15 as read?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Trustee Fryban. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Fire Department equipment requests. Can I have a motion and a second to approve Fire Department equipment request 2 of 2025 for the purchase of EXO hook system carry bag Gemtor 30-44 waste and Gemtor 36 through 50 waste for a PPE bailout system totaling approximately $4,154.00.
All motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now, can I have a motion and a second to approve Fire Department equipment request 3 of 2025 for the purchase of 25 PPE for 44 FF heads totaling approximately $1,106.00.
I'll make that motion.
All second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. New contract time here in the village of Woodbury for one of our hardest working departments, and with the recent successful handling of the storm on Monday, it is so well deserved. So can I have a motion and a second to authorize me, the mayor, to sign the Highway Department Union Memorandum of Agreement with the start of the contract being June 1st, 2025?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that went swimmingly. Okay, notice of a liquor license application. Notice was received on January 8th, 2025 from Chipotle Mexican Grill of Colorado, LLC, located at 6 Losey Lane in Central Valley. They are applying for a liquor license from the New York State Division of Alcohol Beverage Control State Liquor Authority. Let it be noted that a previous notification was received on June 3rd, 2025. However, the applicant had not opened yet, nor were they close. For the record, a letter was sent to the police department to determine if there was any reason why the village should object to this application being approved, and they stated there have been no... Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, I'll get back to that. No issues or concerns to prohibit the application. Therefore, Village Clerk McLennan will please send a letter to the State Liquor Authority of our decision with that.
They have it.
And I inadvertently jumped over the budget mods.
Well, you know, it happens.
It happens. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, guess what we're entering? Budget season, soon enough. With that comes a whole host of budget modifications that our lovely village treasurer, newly minted village treasurer, gets to, I don't know, dig
Prepare.
through, prepare, whatnot,
Analyze.
Now, we don't do budget bonds every meeting, so this is when we do that, and possibly one more time afterwards.
Yes.
So, do you have anything you want to add on that?
I do not.
Okay. So, okay. So, can I have motion and a second to approve the following modifications as presented to the 2024-2025 budget? And those modifications can be found. They will be printed in the end of the minutes of this meeting or with the minutes, and they can be found on the website. So, can I have motion and a second?
Motion?
Second.
Can we have a
Any
discussion?
There
Yes.
you go.
Actually, it's a request of the treasurer in the future, if it would be possible, when you list the budget modifications, to indicate that as a % of the original budget line. It's very difficult to go back through and parse it that way.
I will do the best I can to accommodate that.
Thank you.
All righty, I got a motion and a second. Do I have an all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, there we go. Okay. Okay. As you may have noticed on social media, we have finally accomplished the impossible. A very large task has now been handled by our team, and we are introducing the military banners program to Woodbury. With that comes an amending of the fee schedule. So, can I have motion and a second to amend the fee schedule, adding a fee for the military banners at a cost of $100 per banner?
I'll make that motion.
I'll
Make
second.
the motion. And do I have a second?
I'll second. Oh, or Sue. Either or.
Matt, you have Vic first and then Matt? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Applications are located over the door. Sorry.
I was heading there. Let's just switch seats.
I forgot we had our skit later.
Oh, yeah, we have a sketch to do. A vignette. This one involves stiletto heels.
Oh, no, just go.
Okay, anyway, schedule a public hearing, introductory local law 2 of 2024, tax cap override. Okay, so we do this every year, all right? Right before we commence budget season, we pass a local law. So it is the intent of this local law to allow the Village of Woodbury to adopt a budget for the fiscal year commencing June 1, 2025, that requires a real property tax levy in excess of the tax levy limit as defined by General Municipal Law 3C, if necessary. And the if necessary is the important part of this. So, can I have a motion and a second now to introduce Local Law 2 of 2025 entitled Tax Cap Override?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Question?
Yes.
Do we have a date that we're setting the hearing for?
I believe you have to introduce it first, and then I think you're scheduling the hearing next.
Yeah. Oh, no, I thought it was, are you asking about when the budget hearings are being
No,
scheduled?
when the hearing on this local law
Oh,
is
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be-
no, it was the next thing I was going to. So I have a motion and a second. Do I have an all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and I have a motion and a second to schedule a public hearing for the introductory local law 2 of 25 entitled Tax Cap Override for February 13, 2025, to entertain public comments.
So moved.
And I got a second from trustee Fryban. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, for the record, there is no required secret action on this local law, but I'm all for the secret action. So if you want to produce anything, that's fine. Okay, bond estimate, Shops of Woodbury, Buildings 3 and 4. So, can I have a motion and a second to approve the bond estimate from the Shops of Woodbury for Buildings 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are Chipotle and Aspen Dental.
Motion?
Second.
Any discussion?
Which is Building 3 Chipotle and 4 the McDonald's?
Aspen.
Oh, the
Aspen
two that
Dental.
are in that one building.
2 buildings. One
No,
building.
I understand.
Two commercial spaces. Okay. Is that the only
But
question?
we call it a Building 3/4? I see. Thank you.
All right, motion and a second. Do I have an all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so Woodbury, the village owns a lake. Little known fact, it is my goal to clean the lake of all the various things living in it and return it to its former glory of being a place for the whole community to enjoy. Can I have motion and a second to approve the proposal from Limnology Information and Freshwater Ecology Incorporated for the cleaning of Cromwell Lake?
Mayor, if I can just note that several attempts were made to try to get other quotes for this particular project. It seems to be a niche thing. So the quote we have is as competitive as we're going to get,
Thank you. Yes.
which complies with the procurement policy per the attorney. You're welcome.
What tag team work? All right,
start a
can I have a
business,
motion and a
clean
second
lakes.
to approve the proposal? Now, this work will not start probably till the spring, okay? So, but it's good to get in before they get tied up. So, do I have a motion and a second?
I'll make that.
I just for discussion. So
Yeah,
I
well,
noticed.
I need a second first.
Second.
Second, all right. Now we can do discussion.
I noticed in the letter it said that the same firm did the treatment in the 90s. How long did the treatment work for once they? Do we know?
It hasn't been done since the 90s.
It hasn't been done since the 90s. One, that's one. Two, I think we're going to be doing this probably every year for the next 3 years at least.
I saw that. Yeah.
I don't think I think the proposal may go down a bit from there, from year to year, but it is going to be something that we're going to have to be proactive with to get it back to its.
No,
Glory.
I'm familiar with the situation at the lake. I think it mentioned milfoil and the other was like water chestnuts. I know the reservoir has those too, and there was talk that you got to go back in. If you're not using chemicals like this, you got to go back and scoop them out like 3 or 4 years in a row so they don't respawn. So I guess this is possibly really the only way for us to do it effectively. So.
After the 3 years and the lake gets back to where it should be, I would imagine there's going to be a yearly maintenance or
Yeah,
every
there
other
needs to
year.
be. We need to be putting it on some kind of schedule.
Right.
So my hope is once we get there, we'll get suggestions on how to move forward.
Okay.
Because we're going to probably need a plan from year 4 on, is what the deal is. Anyway, I got a motion in a second? Do I
More
have-
discussion.
Okay.
Mayor, you had stated that it's for the whole community, but according to the assessor, there is no village-owned access to this property. The only access as shown on the records is a LLC that owns the strip inn. It seems like this is more appropriate as a special improvement district since it's the benefit accrues principally to the lakefront owners that surround this lake.
Well, I am working on us obtaining some frontage on the lake, which should allow for us to build a dock. Thank you for that word. A dock on there, and then allow the community to enjoy fish, swim. Just keep your clothes on if you're swimming. Bathing suits only. Nothing further than that, Jimmy Ning. So, anyway, motion in a second.
Again, I would say that this motion should include that it's contingent upon the village acquiring the access rights to allow access so that all residents of Woodbury will have access to the property that we're improving.
I will take it under consideration. I have a motion in a second. Can I have an all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nay.
Aye.
All right, 4-1. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I'm done. Okay? So, which means we're moving on to our favorite part of the program, public comment on anything. Starting with anybody, since there's only 5 of us here. I don't know if there's anybody in the hall. Jimmy, could you check the bathroom, make sure there's nobody there? All right. Anybody? Maria, you go ahead. Go ahead. It's perfect. You got to go to the podium and introduce yourself. I like when new people speak.
Jeff, you want to make sure the microphone's on?
My name is Valerie Hebel. I've been a resident of Woodbury for over 30 years. I have a question about our franchise agreement. Now, I had put in a FOIL request, so I haven't gotten anything back from the town or the village.
That was emailed to you.
Oh, I didn't receive it yet.
Did you check your spam? It was emailed to you 2 days after you submitted your request.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never saw it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to, that's what I wanted to find out about. So that answers my question. So the next time I will read the information and maybe come back and have some questions. So
It's okay.
anyway,
It's okay. Thank you, Valerie. Anyone else?
Mrs. Hebel, just check your spam, and if you don't have it, send me an email in the morning, and I will resend it again, okay?
Maria? You got anything? Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Go home. It's Bob's
Maria, you
birthday.
can't come to a meeting and not speak. I'm just like, it's like written in our bylaws someplace.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. It
Maria
is.
Hunter, Woodbury. I want to thank our treasurer, Potvin, for helping me dramatically in getting this military banners going. I think you've had the first one.
Yep.
And between Desiree and I, we've been contacting people, and she has reached out to. I want to thank her. And I also going to say thank you to the highway department, because I know they're going to be very instrumental in helping us in locating poles to put the brackets on. So I'm saying thank you ahead of time, so thank you. And I want to say thank you for everyone for being here. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. How's that?
I think we're good.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Happy birthday, Bob Hunter.
Now go home. Now go home.
All right, anyone else in the public? Going once, going twice. Department comments. Starting with John Hand. He's got nothing. He's taking Mickey's place tonight. Rob Wyant. Excellent work on the snow, as I always have to say. And the salt. And yes, you have plenty of salt, right? You have plenty of salt, Rob? Okay, just want to make sure. Village treasurer. That's good. Confidential advisor to the mayor? You sure? Kelly Norton? McLennan?
No, thank you.
Okay. Board comments, starting at the far end tonight with trustee James Fryban.
Thank you, Mayor. I guess I want to second the compliments to Rob and his crew. I'm always startled by how much better our roads are here in Woodbury than as soon as I leave. There's a pretty sharp dividing line. And I know that they were out early and they got it done right. And it was a terrible storm, really. So, but it was good for snowboarding. Thank you. If you could just wait a little bit longer so I could get some time on the road, appreciate it.
Anything else? Anything else?
No, that's
Okay.
thank
Trustee Matthew Fabro.
We're fine with either. First of all, thank you all for coming out, our light crowd here tonight, and thank you all for making this a quick meeting. And thanks to Rob and the crews for all their hard work they do. Once again, great job. I only have one announcement tonight. The Climate Smart Group is going to be having the Great Backyard Bird Count on January 25th, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. That will be here in Village Hall. And you can sign up. There's an online QR code on the Climate Smart Facebook page. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Trustee Fabro. Trustee Ciriello.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh. Is this going to be like a vignette? Because that's what me and Desiree do. You're breaking that whole...
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
That is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, it's musical theater season here in Monroe Woodbury and in Cornwall. So the first one up is Central Valley Elementary is doing SpongeBob SquarePants, the musical. Tickets are free, and it is on February 7th and 8th, and they can be your seats can be reserved in advance. I would suggest that because I have a feeling this one is going to sell out. Woodbury's own Zachary Incledon is SpongeBob, and I know Beth Zumas' daughter Nicole is Squidward. So come out and support the kids. We also, not going to go through all the dates, but we also have, just as a preview, we have Wizard of Oz coming, Honk Jr., The Secret Garden, Oliver, and Once Upon a Mattress. So come out. Mr. Mayor is going to put that on our Facebook page with the link to reserve your seats. I reserved mine today. And that's it. Have a nice night.
I could put in the newsletter if you give me the information.
Okay.
Day
Next
late,
time,
Jill,
I got a
so-
lot more to go.
Thank you, Trustee Siriello. Deputy Mayor Farrelly.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, thank everybody for coming out tonight. Just a couple of updates. I mentioned the last meeting that the Woodbury Community Association is holding their annual Heart Dance at Mario's, and that's coming up. It'll be 3 weeks from Saturday on February 15th. Also, on March 15th, the Knights of Columbus in Highland Mills will be holding their annual St. Patrick's Day dinner dance. That'll be at the gym in gym at St. Patrick's. Now we have a business opening up a week from Saturday on February 1st. I mentioned it last week that last meeting they were getting ready to open. Grill and Fire will be opening up their doors on Saturday, February 1st. And once again, they will be doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they will be featuring American, Italian, and Spanish cuisine. So they should be covering everybody. So go out there on February 1st, have breakfast, have lunch, have dinner, have all three, but go show her support. And that's really all I have.
Okay. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. All right, I don't have much this evening. I certainly don't have anything that's going to get me on the front page of the Photo News. I apologize in advance for not really thinking of something deep to say. I will say that if you ever walk into this building, you officially know where you're at now, okay? It couldn't be any larger, okay? I actually think Stevie Wonder could probably see that symbol up there, okay? So I want to thank Tony Donato who put it together. The next steps are to line the walls with the history of Woodbury. So that is our next project coming up. I do want to thank Maria Hunter, Lisa Hintz, Desiree Potvin, everybody who was involved with putting this military banners program finally to bed, I guess, or at least getting it started. It was a long road. We're here now, and I thank everybody involved. Get your applications in. I am going to be dropping them off at the Senior Center, a few. They are here at Village Hall, but they are online. So print them out. Maybe have a grandfather that you want to honor, father, anybody. So let's get them in. Let's get it going. February 28th is the last day to have them in. Gives us time to produce and gives Rob time to install. There you go. Game plan is to hopefully be up before Memorial Day. So best laid plans of mice and men. What's the question? It's okay. There are applications on the back table.
Can you come up to the podium, please?
Yeah, they are, well, honestly, it really should be only for residents. I don't know why anybody in Cornwall would want to, but quite honestly, I don't care if somebody from Cornwall wants to have a banner up, but really it should be, they're in Woodbury. Cornwall, I think, has a program, Monroe has a program.
I'm not going to turn anybody away.
Yeah, we're not going to turn anybody away, Valerie.
If you're a resident and you're a family member, yes.
Yeah.
Or survey.
Yep.
We're not going to turn anybody away, Mrs. Hebel. It's $100. The $100 is to cover for a majority cost of the banner. They are going to cost slightly more than that, but the village is going to assume that extra price. And we're actually offering, we have people who want to sponsor banners as well. So if you want to purchase a banner, but you can't afford the $100 for whatever reason, just reach out, and we do have people who are sponsoring banners. So the reason we need it back by February 28th is because we have to get all the artwork and whatnot to the printer. They have to print the banners, and then Rob's got to get them hung up. They're going to hang from Memorial Day to Veterans Day, and then they're going to come down, and then they're going to go back up again. So if you don't make it in this round, you can make it in the next round. And we're just going to keep putting them down and up so that they're not out in the winter and getting damaged.
Finally, I just want to thank Vic Forelli. I am a pain in the scooch sometimes to deal with, especially when it comes to the newsletter. And Vic has the patience of a saint and is able to break my shoes subtly when he needs something from me rather quickly. So once again, another excellent job. We are going to move forward and continue this on a monthly basis in honor of Ben Myers. You did a phenomenal job honoring Ben. If you are not on our email list, send us an email and then we'll add you to it or let us know. So anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, I forgot to mention my board comments that before the meeting started,
Yep.
Jesse added it to the website.
Oh, look
So the
at that.
newsletter is on the website as we speak.
Thank
And we'll
you.
put them up there every
Round
month.
of applause, Jimmy. And he gave you a standing O. Not CJ, though.
Want to mention Lego?
Oh,
Lego, yeah.
so, and I don't have the date in front of
I
me.
do, February 8th.
Okay.
I'll just go with it.
Go ahead, you do.
Okay. Just one more reminder. We have the Winter Lego Club. It's happening on Saturday, February 8th from 5 to 7 right here in Village Hall. This is the premiere at Village Hall. And we're very excited to have them.
Very excited to have them here. So,
Okay? There'll be Legos, food, music, and prizes. Come one, come all of all ages. I have to be honest, my 17-year-old is very intrigued and would like to come. Oh my God, he loves Lego. So I think he's
I
going
may
to have to.
take Kenny's Legos out and give them to you.
Oh, no.
He doesn't. I got a closet full of them.
No. But
Fred, and they do take donations. Anybody has Legos, old ones they want
Oh,
to
I know.
bring,
I
they'll
got
take
in
them.
I got them in my office from the Krauses. I got a whole
There you
set
go.
of them. But yes, if you've got Legos lying around, here's where you can bring them. So, anyway. All right, with no further business to discuss or comments received, can I have a motion and a second to adjourn this meeting? Second?
second,
All in favor? Aye. Our next scheduled meeting is February 13, 2025. Until then, remember, Chuck Norris can cook minute rice in 30 seconds. Come on. I'm giving you gold here, ladies and gentlemen. Gold. Come on. Valerie's even laughing in the back. That's it.